Guess what? I'm not the only one who has been harassed and assaulted by these same people. This is where I start to get angry.
Wisatawan asal Singapura ditonton ribuan orang kedua.
That show the world that Indonesia has the right rule of law.
Peristiwa tersebut terjadi bukan saat
pelaku tersebut atas nama RF, atas nama RM, dan atas nama MCA.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Hi, we are back. We haven't posted in a while. We are live. And I just want to talk to you guys about what's been happening the past couple of days. It's been so overwhelming from the amount of messages we have been receiving. First off, I really want to thank all of you who have supported me, either through messages, DMs, comments, or even helping us to report the situation to the police. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Before I get into the details of what exactly happened, I just want to say that these things are so prevalent in the world. And if you had a similar experience too, I hope that you can find a safe space to talk about it and heal from it too. When I chose to post this video, I didn't expect it to garner over 1 million views. So many of you has also shared your stories online as well, and I've read them, although I couldn't have the capacity to reply to all of you. I wish I could, but I read them all, and I feel that it's also my responsibility on behalf of you guys to also speak up for the similar experience that you had too. For me, I didn't want this incident to stop me from going on with my usual life. At times when you do speak up as the victim, you also feel scared of doing so because you don't want to be recognized, you don't want to be seen by others, or you just don't want to be known for speaking up for such an issue that had happened to you. I felt that way too. I just want to say this. There are always going to be haters, people who don't know you, gonna try to point the finger at you to make you seem like you did something bad for speaking out the truth. But just know that when you speak out the truth about what happened, there will be way more people who will be supporting you, believing in you, and cheering you on your journey of healing. Ultimately, I'm glad that the perpetrators were caught and justice was served. But let's talk about what that actually meant. There has been a lot of confusion regarding what happened. I just want to set definitions clear. At that point in time, I didn't know what exactly had happened to me. That's what happens to a lot of victims too. When the thing actually happens to you at that point in time, you just freeze up. And trust me, we'll get into just some really ridiculous stuff that we'll get into later. So we both noticed that the perpetrators wanted to be in the video, but I didn't know that they had bad intentions because I didn't see that they were making vulgar sexual signs behind me. When the blue shirt perpetrator walked past me, I felt a touch on my butt. At first, I didn't want to cause a scene. I didn't want to panic. First off, I was in a foreign land. It was a really crowded street. So I gave him the benefit of doubt that it was an accident. Now in the video that he apologized, he said that he said the word "panten," which means excuse me in Sudanese or Bahasa Indonesia. But one of the commentators also mentioned this. He said the word "kena" in our video, which you can see here.
Yes, now. Yes, now.
Kena means to touch in Bahasa Indonesian. It's also used in Singlish. How does that even remotely sound like panten? So as I replayed the video again and again, I realized that he said kena and not panten at all. If you still believe that he said panten, please get your hearing checked. At that point in time, there was a lot going through my mind. Why are these guys following us? Why are they so annoying? Was that touch intentional or was it by accident? Can they get off my back? So I tried to keep it together. And that is when perpetrator 1 started mocking me for my actions. This is where I start to get angry. So I turned around and looked at him. And guess what he did after that? He continued smiling. Have you ever met these sort of people who just keep on smiling and annoying the shit out of you? It's fine if you want to be in the video to say hi or just for gags. But if you're being so disrespectful, showing vulgar signs, sexual signs, sexually harassing me, then that's not it, bro. I didn't want any further escalation, so we didn't confront them because we were in a foreign land and it was late at night. Guess what? I'm not the only one who has been harassed and assaulted by these same people. Hey, my friend just sent me your video about how Joanna was molested in Bandung by these guys, and I'm so sorry, but I met the first guy you showed in the video, and this is such a coincidence. I met him on December 27th when I was staying in Bandung for 2 weeks to visit my friend. I went to a nearby restaurant, and when I was leaving, this guy and his friends, which are not in the video, were outside and started talking to me and my friend. And at first, I thought that they were just being nice. But this guy who is shown in the video started touching and harassing me, and his friends kind of pushed me to the side, and this guy then proceeded to unzip his hands, and I couldn't even move because his friends were holding me the entire time. But then my friend helped me and we walked away. But they were still following us, and later we finally cut them off and went to a nearby mall. I'm so glad they were arrested and detained by the police. I just wanted to thank you guys. First off, I just want to say I'm so sorry for what had happened to you, and thank you for reaching out to us. This was not a one-off incident that happened to me. This is a recurring incident that the perpetrators continually do to victims anywhere. If they could do this to me when they are well aware that we are filming a video, what else could these men do when there are no cameras turned on, when people are extra vulnerable? So, do I feel sorry about posting that video? We're all young ones. We can change. But is it my responsibility to make it easy for them? We won't be deleting this video ever, as a reminder that their actions have consequences. You have probably heard the news about it from media sources, articles, videos posted by other channels. But just know that we have never given an exact chronology about what had happened, and the media always likes to twist facts, words, things that have happened to suit their own agenda. I know this because I studied media for 4 years in one of the top universities in the world. Media always frames and echo chambers news based on what they want people to hear and know. I quit my job to live life on my own terms. That means I have no paymaster, no company, no hidden agenda except to live out my own truth and to help people who have no freedom to share this truth as well. And I will use this freedom to fight for the people who need it most. This is the exact chronology that comes from us. We posted the video on 2nd January and made a report to the Singaporean embassy a day later. That's when the Bandung news started reaching out to us, followed by national news and international news channels. During that night, the Indonesian police reached out to us to say that they are on the case. And the following day, we reached out to our social media platforms to say that we wanted an apology. Almost an hour later, the Chief of Women's and Kids Protection Unit in Bandung reached out to us to say that the 3 perpetrators were caught and detained by the police. And that's when they posted their apology video on their social media platforms. Since we posted the video, many of you have went above and beyond to share the video and even help to make police reports on our behalf, which we are very thankful for. And that was when it was made known to us about the No Viral, No Justice movement. This 42-minute video talks more about it. But the main idea is that social media can unite voices, which was what happened in our case, where everything was done really quickly and the police handled it professionally and promptly, which we are also extremely grateful for. There are multiple ways we could go about seeking justice, either from a legal, social, or criminal perspective. Going by the legal or criminal route might mean that we had to stay in Indonesia for longer, so we thought that the apology would suffice in our case. And if you are a survivor, please know that you can seek justice via all three routes, and it doesn't matter if it happened a day ago, 10 days ago, or 10 years ago. Never let anyone discredit your hurt. When you choose to speak out, there will be haters saying that you're doing it just for attention, that you're a clout chaser. But why is it that their comments have not made it to the top 50? Because haters stand alone. Over 16 comments stood for solidarity over this issue, and most of them are Indonesians that have helped us. Some of the comments that people have made that they are cancelling their trip to Indonesia, I don't want to even stand for it. That's not our message at all. We love Indonesia. You can see that we have traveled to Java, Bali, Lombok, Raja Ampat. We've all had positive experiences only. The people are so friendly. The people that even bothered or cared to share about this case to help it make it go viral and to help us seek justice are Indonesians themselves. They actually care about the victims. Yeah, that's all I have to say. This situation has made us more cautious for sure, but at the same time, I guess that's just the reality of life, right? You can't just be 100% on all the time. In that way, you can't really let loose and enjoy the experience itself. I don't want to always be in a state of fear, of negativity as well. I like this comment. He said that we should implement a safety word to say when one of us senses danger. And we have already thought about it, but obviously I cannot share here. If not, everyone will know the safety word. So all this to say, I think it's best if you do more research about the area that you're going to, just to be careful and to take more precaution. Anyways, we've been well, and we have actually a lot of videos regarding traveling in Indonesia that we have yet to share and post on this channel. We'll continue to do that in the next few weeks. It's a new year, so we have tons of traveling to do in other countries. And yeah, we'll continue to share. We'll put this behind us. And I hope that you guys have a great year as well. So I'll see you in the next video.